Hi, my friends. Sam Villa here, Redken Global Artistic Ambassador. Now, we've shot a video before in the past all about hairpins and how to pin them in. Make sure you check out that video. Today, I want to talk about some real basics and some principles and some other ideas with hairpins and grips. First of all, let's talk about the hairpins and the types that we have to work with. First of all, we have a hairpin that is open. Now, this is a very heavy pin. Japanese make some great hairpins, but they have a lot of weight. They're heavy. You can't bend them. So when do you use this pin? When you have putting up style and you have a lot of weight to it. For example, if I'm doing a twist or something to the hair and it's very weighty, you want to really defy gravity. So you need a pin that has that weight to it. So for example, if I just come in and just twist, and let's just put a twist inside, that's a pretty heavy do, as opposed to if I come up and I twist and I do something a little bit more loose like this. So there's a difference between the two. So if I'm going to work with something like this, I want a softer pin. If I'm going to work with something tighter or hair that has a lot of density to it that is extremely heavy, then I'm going to want a hairpin that has more weight to it. So now let's take a look at the second type. This is the second type of pin, and the reason it's different is it's softer. You can bend it. So now when you use these, this is for that soft up style that you're doing. Now why, Sam? Let's say, for example, I'm going to create something soft. So we're going to create something soft like this. If I take the heavy pin and put it in, it's going to collapse the shape too tight in the position of where I put the pin. If I take a soft pin, then I can go where I want it to be soft. I can place it in, so I'm going to catch, place it in, and then I'm going to bring it to the ends come out. See that end come out? Now, when I'm here, I'm just going to bend it. So I just bent it in just slightly, and now I can go in and just pin wherever I want, and now that's going to have a little bit more secure to it. So it doesn't collapse the shape so much. So always remember, there's two types of hairpins. Something that's very strong, and then something that has a lot of weight to it. You'll feel the weight in the pen. And then you have another pen where it's very soft and bendable. In the past video, we've talked about fish hooks. Notice this time I showed you how to place the pin in, get to the end, see the end, and then bend the end. That way it doesn't slide out. Now, for those pins that do slide out, a lot of times what happens is the pins slide out because they're so smooth. So a great hair hack with pins is to simply take your pins and place them into a bowl, a cup, or a dish. Okay? Our product of choice is going to be our Redken Powder Grip 03. So I'm simply going to take this and put this into that bowl. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure that you get these pins, get the tack of the pins. And it works great in a bowl or a cup, but you want to work this tack on the pen. Once you get this tack on the pen, if you can see really closely, you'll see it's become a little bit more white and matte. You're not going to worry. It's not going to affect your hairstyle, but has a little bit more tack. It's not going to slide out. Another one that I love to use is I will take these pens that are heavier, the ones that I showed you are heavier, or the grips, and I'll use our Pillow-Proof 2-Day Extender, our dry shampoo for Redken. And I'll use this and spray your pens with your dry shampoo. Then go in and pin so they have a little bit more tack and therefore they won't slip out. So it's all about, hairpins are awesome for you to work with, but they defy gravity. That's what pins do. But it's a matter of selecting the proper pin based upon, is it heavy, is it tighter, close to the head? Then you're going to want your heavier hairpins. If it's very loose and away from the head, then you're going to want your lighter, bendable, soft hairpins. Now let's talk about a grip. A grip, sometimes you'll see it has a wavy ridge or a smooth, but all grips have a toe. Sometimes we call this a bobby pin. When you open this up, you've opened it up so you're affecting the spring mechanism in the bobby pin. So we encourage you not to open it up. When you open it up like this, you're affecting the spring mechanism towards the back end. Now the chance of it sliding out are pretty much, it's going to happen. So what we suggest you do is you're using the hairpin itself, the toe, to gather a slice or a section of hair. And the toe is what goes up against the head, not the flat part. Sometimes you might want to put your pin in, put it in, and if you're putting it in and it's the flat part that's going to be down, simply twist your pin and then push it in. That way you ensure that you get the toe towards the scalp. So whenever you're going to go in, you're going to pen, remember where you hold, if I'm holding here because it feels secure down here, that's where I want to place my pen. So I simply grab a section of hair, and now I'm going to weave up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, just like a foil highlight. Now just twist so you get that toe down at the scalp, and now push your pen in, and you'll see that you can go in and really, really get a nice secure edge there. Nice way to hide your pens is by beginning to start with the top end. Place it in rather than always placing the open end first. So let's take our 2-day extender, pillow-proof 2-day extender from Redken. Let's spray this for the tack, okay? And these are great little tips that you can share with your client. Now, let's go in and hide this pen. Anytime I want to hide a pen, it's very, very simple. So if I'm going to hide this pen right in this area here, then what we want to do is we want to go in and we're going to start with the closed end goes in first. So I place this in. Now you can see I placed it deep into the finish itself. Now we're going to pull, and now place your pen in. You'll never see that pen because you're placing the top side in. So when you go in and you're working with pens, there's 3 ways to do it. Okay? You want to lock. When I go in, I come in one direction. So I go up, lock, and then back in. That's one method of pinning your pens in. Another way of pinning your pens in is going in and weaving. So if I want to go in and I want to pin something in, I got something soft, and you want to pin it in, weave like a foil highlight, weave up and down, and then slide your pen in. A third way to do it that I shared with you is taking a soft hairpin. So work with a soft hairpin and coming in, and as you place it in, so if I'm going to place this pin in here, bring it out so you can see the end of it. Now bend it, and now push back out, and now pin where you want that to be. So I hope this story has helped you to understand how hairpins are essential in terms of finishing when you're defying gravity. Work with hairpins, whether they're weighty ones, heavier ones, or the soft bendable ones, and then understand the grips and understand the wavy and toe part is what goes up against the head. Thanks for watching, my friends. I hope that this story has given you some different ideas and ways to use your pens. Remember, hairpins are all about defying gravity when you're finishing your up styles. Sam Villa here with hair hacks, tips, and tricks just for you to help you grow your business behind the chair.